Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our weekly FinUp call. Sadly, I was not here last week, but this week we don't have Doman. He's, as usual, out and about working on bringing exclusive stuff for you guys. For those of you that are new and don't know me, my name is Mustafa. I'm from Zignally, the official partner of FinUp, working together with FinUp to always bring new things for you guys. So, unfortunately, this week I don't have much new and exciting things for you, but I do have a few things that I would love to show that have been improved on the FinUp website. So, I'm going to take you guys through the website and then I will tell you what's new on Zignally's side. So, let me share my screen with you. Sorry, I'm having some difficulty. 1 second. Let me know if you see my screen. Just a show of hands or a thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Amazing. All right. So here we are on this beautiful one-stop shop website that I always say, you don't need to go anywhere else other than this website. Back in the days, you had to scrape through so many different websites to get information that you have on this website. So, FinUp's always working on adding new stuff for you guys. Also, they update everything on the Telegram channel. So if you're not part of the Telegram channel, I would join it right away. So there were some technical glitches that were going on with the new options added, but those have all been fixed. So now we have the Bitcoin chart, which was a little laggy on the price, but that's perfectly fine now. You have the portfolio tracker where you have, the deposit withdrawal. And I showed you guys last time how you could buy crypto directly from your card. So you go on the deposit sign, you choose your network, you can come here and do buy USDT with card. I've showed this a couple times so you can guys go through the recordings or even go through the FAQ or tutorials on the website. So this will take you to always make sure that the address is matching. So let's just choose 500 to be buy instantly. Make sure the address matches your address. You click continue. And it will take you to MoonPay where you have to do a quick registration and a quick KYC, which takes honestly less than 5 minutes, and you have USDT in your account rather than having to, scrape around different exchanges to get that USDT. Then you have all your transaction history here. You can get into the granularity of things. You have Big Wheel, and then obviously, which is the AI trading tool, which is Binance Core, Delta Max. Obviously, like Domin says, the Steve Jobs of trading, and we have Mr. Sven on the call today that I will give to him shortly the floor for him to speak about what's going on and his opinions on the market. We have some market signals coming soon, tokenized assets coming soon, as well as trading indexes. Then you have the general overview, which shows all the market caps. Sad to see all the red. And then you have the top news, from different things that are going on in the world, as well as the academy to get educated. What's really cool is the ETF tracker. I personally look at this information quite a lot, so it's very interesting to see what's happening day in, day out. So I really love this feature, and I think it's an amazing thing to have. Then you have the FAQ. And if you have any questions or confusions, you can come here to clarify. If you still do have any questions, which I don't think you will have, you can always reach out to support. But everything is pretty much covered here. So yeah, like I always say, it's a beautiful website. It has everything that you need. You don't need to go anywhere else. And yeah, so happy to take you guys through that. Some updates from our end. We are, consistently working on tokenized stuff. I think, our real world assets are the future play. Traditional finance wants that. We are working on providing that for you guys, obviously exclusively through FinUp. So I think very soon we are going to have the first tokenized index, and then we are going to be adding so much more stuff by the end of the year or Q1 early next year. And as soon as those are live, you guys will have them. So make sure you are, like I say, engaging in the Telegram channels, keeping up to date. That's where everything is happening. Again, thank you very much. And yeah, I give the floor to Mr. Sven to take us through what's going on and how he's performing, how his team is doing. The floor is yours, Sven.
All right. Yeah, last week was better. This week was very bad. So last week we performed really good, but unfortunately, beginning of this week was a bit difficult. So let me share my screen. 1 second. So okay, let's go into the positions first of all. So okay, currently you see like our positions are more on the short side. We have a long of XLM open, which is minus 10,000, so it's shortly before stop loss. Overall, there's some slightly profit, but now algorithm need to accumulate a position first of all. So like the algo is trying to find like a good spot in the market and then accumulate, and then the trade will go over 2-3 weeks. So if we continue to decline, it will be actually good, or if we go up, we will catch. But the problem was this week that we on the weekend we kind of closed the position was closed, which was in profit, and then when we open new position, we had here quite high volatility, more than 4% per day. We had a lot of stops, and that cost us a lot of our profits. So overall, it was right decision to kick out the bad performing strategies as they continue to perform bad. We keep them monitoring them, and we have to maybe kick out a couple more. Unfortunately, last days we had a bit of a loss. So, but as I explained to you last time, the volatility in the equity curve is normal. It's not to worry, and we like plus minus zero at the moment for this month. But still, like we can like probably make like a 5% or so. So we had to have had up to 8%, and we had some volatility drop last week. When market dropped, we made like a good profit, but at the beginning of this week, Monday 17, we had like a many stops. It was a very rare condition on the market, and this bring us to like kind of the zero line. But if you 1 second, so and here I show you on the market what happened. It's like Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is good representation of the overall market. So you see like we had here quite big candles down and up. So basically kind of like here we went like a short, then like market went long again, and like we got stopped a couple times. So we need to find direction, accumulate position, and then like we can gain profits. So it maybe need some days, but so far it's a good. Most market is losing. Of course, a bit unfortunate as we had already 8% for this month and we lost a bit, but it's normal for the equity curve. If I show you the orange thing is the equity curve, what we trade on the accounts, and you see it's quite normal that we have here quite a lot of volatility of 5% and more in the equity curve. So we're making it's quite normal that we have like up and down a bit, but overall this equity curve, the current algo which we use is in other accounts on 50% up. So we should expect this to continue, and I'm quite confident that we close the month profitable. Let's go quickly to the market. 1 second. I will stay here maybe in the Binance screen. Let's go to Bitcoin. Because as you already know, all what matters is Bitcoin, because whole market is correlated to Bitcoin. There can be one of the asset which is moving a bit in opposite direction. So we had quite a heavy decline, and it's also what I predicted to you earlier in earlier calls, and I was right in that. So so it seems now that we kind of form a button. Actually, for us, decline would be better because our biggest positions are short. But it's not matter if position like if direction of market trades. It's maybe will because of the stops it will cost us a bit, and the profits will. But it will be maybe plus 1, minus 1%, or plus 1% if you change direction. but it's very likely that so either we go now start really to go deep, because here's like a lot of resistance and everyone hope for this level to hold. Here's a lot of liquidity and they want to take this liquidity. Also, like futures market overall goes more long, the funding rate changed it, so it's a good sign that we find here a bottom and make a short-term bounce, rather like a dead cat bounce, like a dead cat bounce also when you throw it from the house, but just not so high. But from my opinion, if nothing change, we are already in a bear market, and Bitcoin will bounce. It's like good window to exit your crypto. Like if we go like 106, 107 or so, if we go higher and we can clean these levels, of course, then a bull market continue. But you need to look into macro things. People say like interest rate, Fed will decrease interest rate, and it's bullish, but it's actually wrong. It's very bearish because economy is collapsing. If they start to decreasing interest rate, it's like very bearish. So stock market is already declining and will further start to decline. So it's a good chance that Bitcoin is like losing here from this 80-90%. So and of course all crypto will go to nothing. So nevertheless, it's quite still a complicated environment for trading. That's why we had to improve and change the algos over the last couple of months. That costs us a bit of profit because like market changed, so we had to change the algo. Usually this happens only every couple of years. So unfortunately, we went through this phase with you guys. But even now in this very volatile phase, we like a neutral. So we wait now for like trend continue, then we will make a profit. And we're starting, as you see, we're starting already to accumulate positions, or we wait for a bounce so that we can like recover a bit and then wait for the big bounce. And I think on the when the real crash happens after the bounce, it's realistically that we earn on this really good. I would say like in two months or so of decline, we should make like 120% with the current setup of algos. So quite confident in that. So we're waiting actually for like such big and continuous movements in order to recover and make further profits. So yeah, I think that's all from my side. In short, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, here and there's a drawdown, and it's like can look for somebody who's not in trading very terrible, but that's kind of the opportunity cost. And as I said, we already made the adjustments which are needed to improve, and we're going to see better days and better numbers now, and also that we in such kind of terrible market made last week's good profits, and in this week kind of holding at least a month neutral is a very good sign, because in the past we would running into like a overall drawdown into the month. So yeah, we have a couple more improvements which we're working on. As I said, we also want to add like one of our prime strategies. It's in test account already for a couple of weeks now. It's good. We just need to see when we're going to add it. So I said probably end of the month, so that will be 1.5 week. And this strategy makes like can make 0.5 to 1% per day, depending on the risk we take and the capital we allocate. So if things going good, we should make a couple of extra percent per week. Okay, that's all from my side. Thank you very much for your attention, and please be careful on current market. It's very tough for new traders, so many people losing a lot. So please be careful if you trade by yourself. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, Sven, and thank you everybody for tuning in. We hope to see you guys next week with hopefully some new updates, and as well as Domen back with you guys. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.